Hello Tubies, I'm back again. And, I just posted up my vlog for the night, or basically for the 20th. I posted for the 21st, because it's real late, it's almost 2 in the morning here. But I'm awake, and I really wanted to start, I'm psyched for some reason, about my empathy series I said I was about to do. So I'm going to do the first video now, and it's going to be entitled Empathy Series, Psychics and You, or something to that effect. I don't know yet. But, to begin with, and this is not an easy topic to teach or discuss, but when we talk about psychics, we all have our own unique psychic ability, and the most one that's mostly common is that of empathy. And this is because it's more common mainly because of the fact of our psychological relationship within a social group or mindset. But nevertheless, it is a sixth sense and not something that particularly everybody has. Like I said, I personally believe that everybody has a sixth sense. Others may disagree with me. I think we all have it. We just need to tune into it, and depending on how you were raised as a child, how things have happened in your life, determines whether you have acquired it, will not acquire it, care to acquire it. There's many depending factors. Within the pagan, or at least I know within the Wiccan community, when I speak this, I'm usually referring to my tradition, Wicca, witches and healers, things of that nature, are blessed with a sixth sense, which without we basically wouldn't be in this specific path. Not necessarily true entirely, but we are blessed nonetheless with this innate sixth sense, which we have uncovered through guided work, guided meditations, spell work, and just opening of our third eye in general, which I am focusing on quite a bit recently. There's many different types of psychic abilities, clairvoyance, mediumship, clairaudience, there's empath, there's, just everything, pet psychics, which, I thought that would be awesome, but, what I'm trying to get at here is that we as witches were put here for our psychic abilities. That's why we have it. We were meant to use it, and that's why people debate back and forth whether it's ethical or not to use it. But the question is, when do we use it, and how is it supposed to be used? For example, I'm going to use a medium, for example, because they're equally at risk as an empath is. What a medium does is they must allow the spirit to come into them, use their body as a vessel for the dead, and that is very dangerous. I'm sure Bob Hickman, would be able to explain that to you. It is dangerous, but I'm sure he has his own form. I really have not asked him. You would have to ask him. I'm talking about empathy. So it's equally as dangerous. You have to submit yourself to the spirit, in essence, and empaths have to do the same thing. I'll get more on this later. I wanted to touch bases on why one might be empathic. When one becomes empathic or notices they're empathic, and I'll take myself for an example, because when I was a child, even my grandmother, when I was still a Christian long ago, my grandmother told me, for some reason you have this innate ability of knowing exactly how people feel. And it was after that moment that I really started to observe my life, because when you think about it, I do know what people are always feeling like, just by a mere glance. Maybe I'm reading body language, maybe I'm picking up something, that's all I just thought of at the time. But then I began to notice that my moods were incredibly outrageous and were absolutely nothing compared to an uncontrollable level. And I said, it's not like ADD or bipolar. I would think I would know if it was that extreme. It wouldn't last that long to be basically diagnosed, as a bipolar or anything like that. So I would pick up on energies, and I didn't know that's what that was at the time. I do now, of course. So yeah, when I stumbled onto the craft, I learned that, sixth sense is called empathy. And I actually, to be quite honest, and don't judge me when I say this, I learned of empathy through Charmed. Because I remember there's an episode where one of them, she says, I am an empath. And as you watch it, she explains what an empath is. She's like, you know how horrible it is to be in a house full of women when they all menstruate at the same time, and you're an empath? And I think about it and go, oh my god, that is so true. It's like, that does sound like me. So you really start delving into it, and you learn, well, it's a sixth sense, a form of sixth sense. Okay, I have it, so what do I do with it? What one can do with it is the ability to connect with people, their emotions, and their energies themselves. And basically what you sense is their arc feels, but you sense it more of kind of as taking it upon yourself sort of a thing. She's like, I'm going to mirror what you are projecting at me so that I may understand it. Basically what it is. For example, I may sense it as emotion. If I randomly walk into a bar, it could be emotion. It could be something that's just a lot of energy, you're shaking, something. I pick up on it and I mirror it. That's basically what an empath is. So they're able to understand you, they can lock on to you and understand you. And as a Libra, that's dangerous for me. But that's how, like me, and I use it when I'm reading too. When I read the cards, I have to have, and I know this is hard to understand, maybe for many readers, or maybe other witches, but I have to have a picture on the card. Without the picture, I can't get some sort of emotion from it. If I get an emotion from it, it tells me the message that I need to know, empathically. And like you can ask Cricket Song from the channel Mom Calls Me Sherry, Lunar Wisdom, as if you may. She too is empathic, and of course, I would really love her to video respond to this, see her thoughts. But you have to connect the person. You have to know what they look like, how they act, to get that emotional sense of them. And so that is the purpose of having empathy, and that's how it can be used. In the next video, I will also try to explain how, further in depth, how you can use it. But I'm running into a 10-minute mark, and I really didn't want this to be a 10-minute video, so I will say good night to y'all. And, well, that was thank you in sign language. Anyway, but yes, have a wonderful night, and I hope everybody has safe, blessed dreams, and such. Safe, magical week. Bye.